Welcome back to K-Ratio's Weekend Preview. I'm Kyle Littner, and I'm here today to provide actionable insight for the future, not recap the past. In this week's episode, the problems down south continue, tender rejections are no longer at highs for this date, and an old freight friend has come back to visit again. We'll break down what all of that means for you this week, but first, let's take a look at where the freight market currently stands. The National Outbound Tender Volume Index continues to display never-before-seen strength, comfortably resting above 15,000 at 15,627, 42% higher year over year. National tender rejections remain firm, now 47 weeks in a row above 20%, with a last of 23.2, up 1% from last week, but that little purple line of 24.1 from 2018 means we're no longer setting records for rejections in June. However, combining the two metrics still gives us a load volume number 15% higher than any year for this spot on the calendar. When it comes to rates, we're still extremely elevated as reported by TruckStop, with dry van at $3.11 a mile and flatbed at $3.65 a mile, but the $3.48 print for reefer is down 28 cents month over month, as it looks like the meteoric rise in reefer rates might finally be coming to a close. Moving to our favorite DAT spot versus contract comp, flat movement in dry van spot and contract keeps that spread at 6 cents contract over spot. Reefer rates keep their spread at 22 cents spot over contract, with penny drops for both spot and contract. Last but not least, another week, another new record in flatbed spot rates, now up to $3.17 a mile, and a 5-cent jump in contract rates brings that spread into 12 cents spot over contract and puts flatbed contract rates at $3.02 a mile, up 60 cents year over year. If tender rejections are no longer making record highs, nor are spot rates, and reefer seems to be cooling off, does this mean the end of exorbitant spot rates? The short answer is no. Remember, contract rates are up 75 cents year over year, so that keeps the floor in rates extremely high, and volume is still well beyond anything anyone could possibly imagine, which puts us at risk for spikes in rates should any disruption to the domestic supply chain occur. On the topic of disruptions, taking a peek at a map of the weekly change in tender rejections shows a problem brewing out west. Shades of red mean dropping rejections, white is unchanged, while blue indicates increasing, and that large yellow box is a 5% jump in rejections for a very large area. Why? Because as we can see here, outbound rejections for LA in blue are jumping again, up over 5% from last week to nearly equal the US average in orange. LA is becoming a problem again, and as we all know, this has the potential to influence the entire country, not just the region, which it has already done. What makes this situation even scarier is what can be seen in this map of outright tender rejections. That very large yellow box of very dark blue is the situation of Atlanta and the surrounding markets we talked about last week. That entire region still has tender rejections above 45%, a major problem given the sleeping giant out west that just woke up. What does this mean for freight this week? Carriers, the Southeast is still hot, and now LA is again too. Outbound LA to Dallas, Salt Lake City, Seattle, Stockton, Las Vegas, and Phoenix all just hit new all-time highs. Half of those above $4 a mile, the other half above $5 a mile, and the peak isn't even here yet. Brokers, you need to get ahead of your West Coast contract business before this gets completely out of hand. Your shipper customers do not care if you're the fourth or fifth person to come to them and tell them yesterday's news. Shippers, the problem is here, and it's only going to get worse. Current estimates of cargo imports at the Port of LA for the last week of June are 71% higher year over year, and likely a new container record. Do not believe the narrative of seasonality ending this freight bull market come July. To stay current with everything freight, follow us on LinkedIn, or for more information on all of our products, including our award-winning freight intelligence platform so your margins don't end up where they are today, check us out at k-ratio.com. Please stay safe, and thanks again for watching.